My name is Pete Arvidson, and this is my story. Been in the car business since 1971, which is 40 years basically, and I've been associated with Lewis Motor Sales since 1987. And been with them. It's been a pleasant road. I'm still associated with them. I retired in December of 2002, and I've remained semi-active, working part-time at the dealership, transporting vehicles. And occasionally an old customer will call up and insist that they want to do business with me, and they let me come out and do that, which I really appreciate. My wife Liz and I have been together 40 years. Been married nearly 25 of those years. And we have a total of 6 children and 10 grandchildren between us. But we call them all our kids and everything, so we really enjoy them immensely. And we're both active at the church. She is a Eucharistic minister and works on a funeral dinner committee. I usher, and she's been the light of my life for the last 40 years. And I was here one day. I wasn't feeling real well. Had a little bit of a lower backache, and had an appointment with the doctor that afternoon. In fact, a chiropractor. I thought it was back trouble. And this is about, I'd say 1:30 or so in the afternoon. And felt strange, and I headed to the bathroom and never came out. I passed out in there.
Saw Pete was collapsed over. Tried to use the phone, but I couldn't because the phone was underneath him. And went out on the driveway, calling for help. Saw my neighbors come down. The ambulance was here in no time, and they came right in, took care of Pete, put him in an ambulance, and took him straight to St. E.
They run a CAT scan and said I had an aneurysm, and it was a very serious operation that I may not survive. And the surgeon asked me, he said, Pete, are you scared? And I said, no. I said, I'm not scared. I said, it's in God's hands. What will be, will be. An abdominal aneurysm forms in your lower artery in your body, and there's no warning or any signals for it. The only thing I'd had was a minor backache a little bit, which I didn't know what it was. But when that bursts, then boom, you got to have some help quick, because only 10% of the people that have that happen with it explodes survive. And Dr. Cola was a surgeon who performed the surgery. He was in the hospital conducting a class, and upstairs heard the call and came down and conducted the surgery. And I was in surgery for about 7.5 hours. So, like I say, his talents and the good Lord's grace, I'm here today. Then when I came to there, I was off and on. I think I was in the hospital for a total of 10 days, laying in a hospital bed, which was good and bad, because they took excellent care of me there at St. Eva's nursing staffs, and everybody was just fantastic, just fantastic. Then I went to St. Mary's facility here in town, nursing home for rehab. And the therapist, the guy in charge of that rehab, says, what's your goal? And I says, to get the blankety-blank out of here. I want to go home. And I think that's a goal of everybody, but I got my strength back enough to come home. I went back to driving cars and working part-time. I believe it was the latter part of February the following year. I'm getting cabin fever. I got to get out of here and do something. And then I've been doing it ever since. I work 3 days, and then the other days of the week, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, enjoy the kids and grandkids and my wife. And she was a princess all through this. You just couldn't imagine her support and what all she did and everything. It's just fantastic. And I turned 71 last December, and it gives you a new slant on life. You know what? For some reason, I'm still supposed to be here. So apparently I've got something that I got to do, or that God has a plan for me. I don't know, but I'm enjoying every day. And I thank the good Lord every day when I get up that I'm able to wake up and see another day.